statue. Your heart is a magnet, I'm coming at you. Girl, you're my target, I'm aiming at you. You're a comet, I'm trying to catch you. We can break any rule they ever taught you. Forget about anything they ever bought you. Cause me and you don't need a lot in this world to get by. Plus you know I got you, you pull me in. I don't resist, time seems to fly but the clock doesn't tick. I crash into you, we both feel the hit. We both feel the way that our chemicals mix. And I wish that
If I just keep my eyes shut, maybe this time it'll be enough.
So I need the dark. Without you here, I would never see the stars. I'm headed for you. Foot on the gas. I'm coming straight at you, no looking back.
Good evening and welcome back to the Professionals Tournament. We are following rounds 10 to 11 and this is the tournament format. As you all know, it's a double round robin with 8 teams and the top 4 will qualify to the Blitz Summer Cup. The most important part will be the tiebreaker rules. I don't think we will use that to separate the top 4 teams, but it's still good to know the order of the tiebreaker. So first, if there are teams tied with the same number of round wins, then we will first take a look at their head-to-head record. And first it will be head-to-head round wins. If that's still the same, then it will be head-to-head battle wins. If that cannot be determined, then the total number of battle wins throughout the entire Professionals Tournament. If that can also not be decided, then the battle duration, which you can work it out by going through all the streams, all the past streams, but it will be exhausting and we will have to wait for Tolian, who is our tournament manager, to find out who has the shorter battle duration. I think it's the shorter battle duration that gives you an edge over the other team. However, if there are teams that drop out of the tiebreaker rules, the tiebreaker rules will be reset and it will start from the beginning. So for example, if there are 3 teams tied with the same number of round wins, if one of the teams are tied with the same number of head-to-head round wins, 2 teams for example tied with the same number of round wins, head-to-head round wins, but one of them has lower number of head-to-head round wins, then that team will be discounted in the tiebreaker and will be put to the lowest and will take a look again from the beginning, those two tied teams. So this is what I mean by tiebreaker rules can be reset. So let's take a look at the table. Mathematically, both APA and ARWV are through to the Blitz Cup EU with 5 rounds to go. So both APA and ARWV could just make use of the 5 rounds to just chill out and have fun, and test out different strategies and different personnel. I mean, nothing is at stake for them, so why not try do something interesting, and maybe that will help them know which strategies aren't working and which strategies are working. So the most important, so Rejects and Bluff, they have a healthy lead to the teams that are currently sitting 5th place all the way to the 8th place. If they win all their rounds tonight, we could potentially see the both Rejects and Bluff to qualify to the Blitz Summer Cup with 3 more rounds to go, which will be massive. But let's see if that will happen. I think it's possible for tonight. Let's take a look at the timeline. It's pretty obvious that 3 years later, we will have all the matches of the professionals tournament finished, and we would know our top 4. And let's take a look at when the EU Blitz Summer Cup will be held. And that will be on the 19th to the 20th of August. You can mark those dates down. Let's also take a look at the map pool for tonight. So round 10, we have Middelburg, Blackville, Alpenstadt, and Campstier. This map pool favors teams which play well with mobility-oriented strats. So first up, we have Bluff versus RBMK. Both of them can play very fluidly. I don't think both teams will have an edge with this map pool. Certainly for round 11, we have a good mixture of armor-oriented, mobility-oriented maps, and we also have cap-based and brawl-based strategies that could be deployed at different in different maps in this map pool. So round 11 is quite it's going to test the all-roundedness of the teams, and Bluff, I think this will be a good challenge because they will be up against Rejects, which are currently one of the best teams on the EU server, alongside APA and ARWV, and of course Bluff are also one of the best teams on the EU server. That is not to take away that I have to emphasize. Let's take a look at the predictions of Thomas Peterson. They predict Raid, APA, ARWV, and Bluff to win, but Bluff versus RBMK will be quite close. Let's see if we are going to be seeing very close games. And finally, the power rating, which after after round 7, the current 8 teams in professionals tournament are still in the top 8 of the power rating, so it's still pretty good. And the only team that are not in the Challengers Tournament or beyond and are in the top 16 in the power rating is the Lower Echelon Championship champion TRNMT. But Unlucky is not very far behind at 19th, but still a really good top 16 if I have to say. Okay, so let's get into the room. It's Bluff, and all the excitement will come tonight, and I hope I can deliver an exciting commentary, because I know the 2 matches I'll be following will require a lot of energy and strength, and I have to be at 100% at catching up all the actions. So let's jump in. RBMK versus Bluff. It's great to see RBMK back. Last time I streamed them, it was back in the 3rd Proof of Skill tournament, where RBMK famously won against ARWV 4-1. So you should not rule them out for an upset tonight. As for Bluff, they are all in. I have to actually apologize early on the Apex server, because apparently I did confuse Tokonami with Tony Kawa. Tony Kawa is currently in Legion. I I didn't have time to check whether he was in the paint team, but Tokunami is not playing in any of the top 8 clans on the EU server this season. However, he's in APA, and he was actually should not be using he because it's a she calling to Risk, because she is also one of the members in the Risk team under the name of Lisa. So I was trying to say Tokunami is currently in APA and played in Ikra back in the autumn season, and she's now in Risk, and Risk are currently in the top 4, so it will be great to see Lisa play in the Blitz Summer Cup. I have to apologize for the confusion earlier on the Apex server, which I did get confused with these two players, but now you know, and it'll be great because Tokunami is definitely one of the best players on in this game, and now let's see what both teams are going to do. Now we go back to this battle. Okay, it's going to be RBMK taking quintuple strip case and double 1-to-1 Bs. However, Bluff will do something out of the box. It's a really interesting strategy, but they will take quadruple VK72, an object 2684. Very interesting time, but good armor. 1-to-1B and a Striff K. Let's see how Bluff are going to work with this. Now, of course, this is definitely not going to be an aggressive strat by Bluff, because Bluff, they won't have a lot of BPM with this lineup, but they will have lots of hit points, and they will have the fear factor. So RBMK, when they see this lineup, they will need to be aware of Bluff, because if they hesitate in the push, they could lose a lot of hit points, and their DPM, the superior DPM, would not matter. Let's say both teams, RBMK versus Bluff, and as you all know, Bluff, a lot of them were from Icarus team, and also known as Courtney, yeah, if I remember correctly. But their team name is called Badbug, which is the same team name as last season. But anyway, let's take a look. Ooh, RBMK trying to blind fire. And our Bluff definitely going for the city side with this lineup. It will take a really long time for them to move up the hill. And Violentus will spot nothing. Mark Silent will get C, but Bluff will get A first. It's all about a good rotation from RBMK. As we saw on the Apex server earlier, EVG started off with a city strat, but they lost even though they got both A and B. And that is because it's difficult to defend your caps. As you can see, Bluff will get B, but you can see B is very close to the hillside, and it's also very well shielded. So it's very hard to defend. You have to either send a lot of tanks to defend B, which will leave A a bit exposed. So it's a bit tricky to defend. And you can see the first shot being fired onto water, and the keyboard smasher is quite aggressive here. Led to Texas hit, and it's quite a slow start. It's not something that I expect from these two teams, but then if you see the lineup, you know why it's not the play style we were expecting at the moment. You simply can't push with the VKs. You're definitely getting out APM'd, but they have a lot of hit points. I mean, the VKs, one of them almost have 3k hit points. And they have the HP advantage at the start. Although 1-to-1B and the Object 2664 did reduce the advantage a little bit. But big shot onto Brain. Now Bluff have a substantial hit point pool lead, and RBMK are going for B. Can Bluff defend that? we're going to be seeing big shots onto Gats 2. Gats 2, Gats B, Gats B. Both seems to be hesitating a little bit. Big shot onto Brain. Water is aiming, but will be exposed to Memkala. Brain is out. And it's now a 6 versus 7. Hit points still in favor of Bluff. And numerical advantage is with Bluff too. Bluff are sharing hit points really nicely. Now Bluff, the 3 tanks in the middle, will go for Memkala. And Pulse is out. Pasha is out. Violentus is killed by fire. And now RBMK are looking for a classical or Memkala. No, you can't go for Memkala. You can't ready fire. Memkala is out, and it's now a 3 versus 5. Big shot onto Gats 2, and Bluff have a substantial cap lead. And Skilloy takes out Gats 2, which means Bluff get 1 here. Well done to Bluff. It is a great start. They defended this the cap lead pretty well, and RBMK, I think they were unable to take out isolated tanks. I think they were struggling with the focus fire a little bit, as they were dealing with brawls at different locations, and it makes it really difficult for them to kind of connect with one another. However, Bluff, they've managed the numbers really well, and they managed to take out the RBMK tanks a lot more efficiently, which means Bluff will lead by 1. And RBMK, are they going to replicate what Bluff will do in this one? Destroy, yes. As far as I'm aware, Lisa is from the Lisa, but I know that Risk have a CIS player in their ranks, and this is probably Lisa, which is great because Risk are a really good team. It's a really good team, and Tokonami is definitely a great player, or also otherwise known as Lisa. So there we go. So correct me if I'm wrong, but I did check the Discord. I did check. I did double check, and it should be the right player. But let me know if I got it wrong. So let's say RBMK, we have a double strip Ks, a quintuple VK72. So on the other hand, Bluff, triple MLEs, double object 777, a Badger and a strip K. We'll go back to see what it's going to do here. So, RBMK now trying to replicate what the Bluff are doing. Oh, I have forgotten. Oh no, I have got the right scoreline. Apologies. RBMK, are they going for a hillside? Or they're trying to fire. VKs are not accurate, but at the same time, Bluff cannot fire, cannot penetrate shots. It's not the end of the world if you can't penetrate at the beginning. A will be captured by the keyboard smasher. That will give RBMK the cap lead, with Bluff sending 4 tanks over to C. A has been captured, and oh, Bluff, Yevgeny with a Badger. I love this tank, I really do. But Violentus is quite out in the open, but as you can see, there is this kind of a small rising in front of him to hold down. So it looks like he's out in the open, but he's not quite out in the open, if you see what I mean. Bluff will capture C. If they manage to capture B. Huh. I might be wrong then. C is captured by Bluff. Huh. Now I'm getting confused. Because apparently, well, let's focus on this one first, and now we'll kind of deal with this question later. Why I do think so. C has been captured, and now Bluff. What would they do? RBMK. Again, I'm not expecting these two teams to play this passively, but we are seeing a very cap-based strategy by both teams. It is actually Bluff that needs to make a push rather than RBMK. So where will Bluff push? If you can see, RBMK, a lot of hit points for RBMK, so Bluff will need to trade a lot better than Bluff. And yeah, destroy. Yeah. I did say something like that. I even looked at the YouTube channels, and it does seem to be like that. Maybe there is something. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so am I wrong? Yeah. I thought Lisa is not from the CIS server. That's something I was worried about. So sorry for the digression here. I was looking at the chat because nothing is happening so far. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, I know she's from the CIS region. The only thing I was worried about is whether Lisa is from Apex. So it's definitely originated from the Apex server, not someone, not Tokunami. Yeah, so maybe Lisa can confirm that she's Tokunami. Otherwise, I'm making a fool of myself. But you can say Bluff put a good shot onto the viral, and still not lots of stuff happening. And Pause, however, will try and get C. And ooh, big shots onto Rumpelstiltskin. And Virulentus also quite aggressive there. Not a lot of stuff happening. Bluff will get B, but that will not give them the cap lead as RBMK will capture C. What will Bluff do? They don't have a lot of hit points. They need to start killing tanks here, and I don't know. It's going to be tough. Bluff will lose Classical. The VK-72s are on their way. However, now Bluff are trying to make a counter push. Is this too little too late though? RBMK 900 cap points, and RBMK have killed Classical. They just need to survive for a little longer, and they will get this. And they do get 1,000 cap points with Bluff unable to get a tank out of the way. I think Bluff were a bit too slow. And there we go. RBMK. They just need to get the cap lead, and then they did a good job in capturing C. I was a little bit distracted here, so I apologize. But Bluff, I don't know. I think they were a little bit too slow in this. I think they were thinking they should have it. But they kind of ignored the fact that RBMK were already like more than 800 cap points, and that push came in a little bit too late, and they were unable to get a tank out with RBMK able to take out Classical. So now the scoreline is 1-1, and we're going to Black-Goville. And there we go. We have RBMK versus Bluff now. RBMK will take triple strip case. A 1-to-1 be a mouse and then an MLE, a badger, and Bluff will go for double strip case, double MLE, an optic 777, 1-to-1 B, and a T100 LT. And let's see what both teams are going to do here. GATS2 is now offline. And no, it's back. We're going to see Black-Goville. And the first two battles are quite unlike what I quite unlike how usually these two teams play. You you would expect a lot of brawling and aggressive stuff. But so far, they were playing very patiently. And it appears that we're going back full square, back to 0. But Bluff have not received a hit from the oncoming crossfire from RBMK at the beginning. We could say Yevgeny. Let's look at Yevgeny. Good shot onto Gats 2. And then we are seeing Yevgeny looking to drop the adrenaline. You know, great shot onto Gats 2. Gats 2 is now in B. Oh, can he use the mouse? Oh, it's a bounce. It's a bounce. Can Gats 2 get B? C has been captured by Bluff, and we could see RBMK looking for Rimpo Soskin. 2v1 potentially. He is in deep trouble. Bluff might need to do something else, and maybe they might have to push them out. I don't know, but RBMK is definitely getting Rimpo Soskin. Gats down to 100. Gets taken out first. Rimpo Soskin cannot run away. He's now tracked. Looks to put a good shot to Brain, and will be taken out by the double drift case. Bluff have continued to push forward, and they're potentially looking for Pulse, or maybe Virulentus, because Virulentus has lower hit points, and it is going to be the case. The focus is now onto Virulentus. Yevgeny is quite low, and the hit points are still in favor of Bluff. This is really intense. Lavrushka, potentially the focus fire, the focus from RBMK will try to pull back to safety. And this is a little bit of a grace period for both teams, but RBMK have found Lavrushka to be their target. It's still 6 versus 6. The keyboard smash is down. Marksan is out. We can see also Lavrushka being taken out. 4 versus 5 now. Marksan is down. Pulse is a one-shot. There are a lot of one-shots of RBMK. Oh, RBMK, can they do this? Can they do this? Let's look at Water in the T100 LT. He's going to be crucial. Great kill. I don't think he killed anyone. Flame and Pulse are both out of the fight. Brain has been removed by Water. That leaves Virulentus, the last person standing. Great job to Bluff reacted when RBMK dealt with the 1-to-1B. Impressive stuff by Bluff. And we all talk about don't focus the mouse. But that's kind of the only tank that Bluff can go for right at the beginning. And they've actually blared the mouse a lot when that tank was trying to go for B. So they were able to take out the mouse first, quite quickly. And then they kind of pushed forward and then called for more focused fire. I think RBMK may have slowed down a little bit. But they should have killed Lavrushka a little bit earlier, in my opinion. But still very close game. It's really, really close. And Bluff just made a good timely counter push to counteract what RBMK was trying to do with onto Rimpo Soskin in that 1-to-1B. And it's now 2-1 in favor of Bluff. Great stuff. Great stuff. No rewards for watching this stream. Did I think Bluff gave away the match? Maybe. I think they just didn't notice how dire of the situation they were in the second battle on Middelburg when it comes to the caps. And they weren't able to kill any tank, but had they pushed a little. Well, I'm not going to repeat what I wanted my advice. But you know what I wanted to say. But anyway, let's go to the second battle on Black Overfield, which is the 4th battle of tonight. RBMK now going for quintuple strift case, double 1-to-1B's Bluff, triple strift case, and MLE double object 777, and the T100 LT. And let's head over. To say what both is going to do here. Black Gilville. A lot of strift case from the side of RBMK. It's octuple strift case across the board. Bluff have a slight hit point pool lead as they have taken an MLE with RBMK not taking any MLEs at all. So they have to trade a little bit better than Bluff. Yevgeny has been spotted a lot of times crossing. So really good information already at the beginning. He's tasked to reset B. Can he do so? Will RBMK go for B? And it will be difficult to go for both A and C. RBMK have tanks near the silo near the silos to shoot whatever crosses onto C. Meanwhile, A, you also have a couple of tanks from RBMK overlooking that area. Water actually will drop into A. So RBMK, what would they do here? Mark Silent will go for C. And Bluff will get a cap lead first, so I might have been wrong about the caps being heavily defended by both teams. I probably should have said RBMK were defending C and Bluff were pretty much defending A. And Bluff managed to get A more quickly than RBMK getting C. So it's actually RBMK that needs to make a push. But now Yevgeny, he has responsibility, but he is probably getting shot at different angles. Now Mark Silent bounces the shot, but at the same time RBMK were allowed to capture B. will run away, and Bluff will still have the hit point pool lead, but not by much. Bluff, good shot onto Brain. It appears that not really Bluff trading a lot better than RBMK, but they were trading somewhat equally. Let's look at Le2 in the strip K. Good shot onto Pos. I think Bluff are in slightly better positions and posture has dropped into B, which is possible for them to retake B, and Le2 gets shot at by Mark Silent. The hit points are still quite close, so RBMK are keeping up, but they desperately need to find a way to break through because Bluff are just in better positions as triple strip Ks are hugging one another. And with B now being captured, it's now RBMK that needs to make a rotation. And it's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard as RBMK are trying to find a way to get out of the dodge. But Bluff have done a good job in chipping away the hit with RBMK. At this point, you don't really need to focus fire because you're not pushing, you're just kind of defending. However, Bluff found Keyboard Smasher isolated. This could be the first tank down for RBMK. Now, a couple of bounces and misses from Bluff didn't help, but the Keyboard Smasher will be killed by Le2. However, RBMK have found Le2 being the focus. We also see Pos being taken out by Bluff. I completely missed that action. Le2 is out, as I have already announced. And Bluff are looking for Brain next. Hit points are still in favor of Bluff, but the hit points are actually quite close. Gats to one shot, good luck, can he reload just in time to kill? Gats to no! Brain gets the tank out of the way. It's now 5 versus 4. Gun advantage is with RBMK. Good shot from Pasha onto Brain. And Memkula is doing 1v1 against Yevgeny. Water is out. Oh, I think RBMK are making a comeback here. Great kill onto Mark Silent. Yevgeny. Let's see if he can carry this. 1v1 Memkula needs to kill Yevgeny. He does. Pasha's down to one shot. Brain is also one shot. Bluff will lose A. And Rimpelsoskin still has a lot more hit points than all the other tanks of RBMK. Pasha is out. Rimpelsoskin takes out Brain. But RBMK managed to make a good comeback as they have managed to kill the tanks of Bluff more quickly than Bluff do. And I could see like a lots of hit point pool advantage for Bluff, but they were unable to get the guns out, and RBMK managing to keep the guns alive is what brings them the victory this time. The scoreline is now 2-2. It's now very close, and I do agree with Lisa about the Badger. It has really good DPM, good frontal armor, but not a lot of hit points, so has to be used with a lot of caution. But I do think it's a good tank. Let's go back and see the damage share between the two teams. RBMK 5 tanks doing more than 2k, and Bluff only 2 tanks doing more than 2k. It was a very tense match. It could have gone to Bluff, but RBMK managed to kill the tanks more quickly than Bluff do. And we are now on to Alpenstadt. I love when things go up evenly and there is like no clear winner. But for RBMK, this is a lot more important as they want to keep their distance from the top 4. If Bluff do not win against RBMK, they might be in trouble. And but they still have a healthy lead over to RBMK with 2 round wins if they lose to RBMK. And after this round, there are 4 more rounds to go. Sorry, 4 more rounds to go. And if Bluff win against Rejects, that will be great. But the elephant in the room is RBMK. Bluff will need to do really well. RBMK now will take triple Strift Ks, double MLEs, a VK90, and a 1-1B. But I do think you can use Badger and Pro Tools. The DPM really. The DPM is what makes Badger so good. And also the frontal armor. But anyway. Let's say RBMK red team from the north spawn, Bluff blue team from the south spawn. Let's see where we're going here. Bluff will go for B and C. Rempo Soskin in the 1-1B. See the no, he's not the only medium tank. Violentis also takes the 1-1B. The reason why people are taking 1-1B in tournaments is the reactive armor. It can be quite useful. And as a medium tank, it has good DPM, of course, but A will be captured by RBMK. That will give RBMK the cap lead as Bluff will go for C. That means RBMK will have the cap lead, not Bluff. C will be captured, and that puts Bluff just only a tank away from flipping. Let's see what they are going to do. Ripper Soskin. Ooh, RBMK blind firing, but that blind fire didn't hit Ripper Soskin. And Bluff are quite spread out actually, so if RBMK want to make a rotation, I won't rule out RBMK being quite successful in that. But they don't need to do that. They have the cap lead. And again, it's quite rare. Not quite rare, it's not something you expect. But it has been like the common theme for these two teams so far. They are really playing patiently. Very much playing for the caps. Yes, low hit points. I said about that. Yes, I said about that. I know it has low hit points, but you know, I know the Basher. I know the Basher tank. Virulensis takes 1. I'm not sure if it's a blind fire. It looks like to be 1, to be fair. And a lot of things that are happening at the moment. Remember, 5 cap points per 2 seconds of increase. Let's do the maths very quickly. So that amounts to about 1 minute to go for Bluff before they need to push. They have bled Violence a little bit. I'm not sure if they know this. So in their minds, it will be a very rough push. Will they try B? It will be extremely difficult. I don't think they will try B. They can try to rotate through their spawn, but I think Virulentis will spot it out and RBMK will be back in positions to deal with that push. So either way, Bluff, if they want to push, it will be a very tricky push. And Skilloid is now going towards B. Let's actually follow Skilloid here. Or Skilloidus. He's treading this lane. vigilantly. You don't want to get farmed by by all the angles. Water is very alone, so if RBMK decides to push onto water, he's a goner. With Bluff. Now the rotation has been spotted. They're now going for pulse. A big shots onto Virulentus. Oh, I love how Bluff lined up their tanks to take out Virulentus down to 292 in one shot. Basically, good shot onto Virulentus from Leg 2, but Leg 2 takes a lot of hits as well. Hit points are in favor of RBMK, but Bluff have found Pulse quite isolated at the same time. RBMK might be looking for Yevgeny. They're also taking B, and this will put Bluff under more pressure, because there will be 10 cap points per 2 seconds increase, so time is running out for Bluff. They need to get back some caps. They are trying to get A back, and Skilloy needs to survive for as long as he could, but he couldn't. He's being killed by Mark Silent. It's now 6 for the 6. Virulent is still alive, and Yevgeny misses the shot. Bluff, we're getting quite nervous here. Yevgeny's out. Water, it needs to kill Brain, and he does. Virulent is now farming onto water. Bluff have got A, and now pressure is onto RBMK. They need to kill off tanks, but the hit point pooling is firmly in favor of an RBMK. All Bluff need to do is to hope that they will get a kill, and not them getting a kill, not them getting killed. I don't know. This is tantalizingly close. None of them want to die. Classico's down to 1 shot. Oh! And it's a great kill from Mark Silent onto Classico as the keyboard smasher gets killed slightly later. What a game. What a game. Them unable to kill. What's the tank of RBMK? Virulentus. They were unable to kill Virulentus. And he stayed alive, and he did some damage over to whoever is on B. It was very chaotic. But Bluff were unable to bring it all the way to the end. It was back and forth. But now RBMK will have the lead for the very first time this evening. They're leading 3-2. They're on the match point. And will Bluff manage to pull one back and bring it to a tiebreaker? So it's danger for Bluff if they don't win. They will have to hope that other results are going for them. Alright, let's see if we have results here. Okay, we are seeing APA 4-1 against Rejects and Akfa 4-0 against Legion. Which means both APA and Akfa are further extending their lead. And Rejects will need to win against Bluff in the next round in order to secure a spot in the top 4. Meanwhile, we have RBMK taking double MLEs about VK90 and 1-1B, a double strift case. Bluff going for a triple strift case, double MLEs at 1-1B, and Object 777. 3-2 for RBMK now. And you cannot lose your attention here. Bluff will still be in the top 4 data, even if they lose to RBMK. And at least there will be one team that will get 3 round wins to bridge the gap. And let's head up high and see where both teams are going. RBMK, red team from the south spawn, while blue team, Bluff, from the north spawn. And RBMK, who said most of the tanks over to A and B with Bluff, blue team from the south north spawn will go mostly to C. As we all know, the north spawn is closer to both A and C, so it's all about countering what Bluff are doing for the caps. And that 2 has been spotted. Brain shot, but it didn't hit anything. So that 2 will get C and will give Bluff the cap lead, and Virulentus will immediately drop to A, and that will put RBK just 1 tank away from flipping. As I always say, Memkel in the mouse can try B, but I can't guarantee whether he can survive going into B. So Bluff. Oh, RBMK. Okay, Memkel is definitely going for B. Latu is there. Can he reset B? Oh, it's going to be hard. Memkler is going to put a shot there. Oh, it's a reset, but Memkler didn't take a hit. Took a couple of shots, but those shots didn't deal any damage. But RBMK, will they find water exposed? There are 4 tanks. They can push onto water at any moment. The love shots onto water. Memkler looks to put a shot onto water. Oh, Bluff are in trouble. Bluff are in trouble. The strip case have already rotated away. Big shots onto Gats too. Now the MLEs are trying to pull back. But can Water survive this onslaught? No, he's out. It's now a 6 vs 7. As Skilloid's potentially a next focus for RBMK. RBMK will get C. As RBMK have also got B. Oh, Bluff. They need to find a way. Are they focusing them out? Oh no, this could be a mistake. This is what RBMK want Bluff to do. Memkler is now down to 1 shot. It's now being killed. But RBMK, they might be able to pincer Bluff's Texas. What's a Texas? They will now pincer Bluff. And Bluff are struggling to find. Are they going for the keyboard smasher? With all 3 caps being captured by RBMK. All RBMK need to do is to survive, and they should win this one. Keyboard Smasher is now out of the fight, and Rimplesolski is now going for pause, dropping the reactive armor. Takes 1 from from pause, but time is running out for Bluff. They need to get the tanks out, but they have 2 1-shots, and if Pasha and Klaska go down, that will provide even more pressure. Pasha, no, Gats 2 is out. It's now a 4 vs 5. Actually, Hippos are now neck and neck. Letu is out. But RBMK still have 3 caps. And if they can kill Classico, it's all over for Bluff. As RBMK will win 4-2 against Bluff. Well done to Bluff. Well done. Well done. Bluff. Well, RBMK unbelievable scenes. They managed to get all the caps for the entire battle. And Bluff were unable to get the caps back, and RBMK kept on the pressure, although they lost the hit point pool lead in the end. But they managed to kill enough tanks of Bluff, and also they managed to pull off a really big cap lead, which means is Bluff that's a fighting against the cap disadvantage all the time. And that means now Bluff will still be in with 5 round wins. RBMK will pick up a crucial point. And this top 4 fight is surely getting exciting. As we will now find out the results of Raid versus Immortals. And let's see. Raid won 4-2 against Immortals, so well done to Raid. Now Raid and RBMK will have 3 round wins, and Raid will be in the 5th position, while RBMK will be the 6th. And the next battle, next round is going to be important because Rejects are playing against Bluff. And there are 3 more rounds after round 11 to go. So if Rejects manage to win, and while Raid and RBMK lose, which is possible, then Rejects will be the 3rd team to qualify to the Blitz EU Cup. And that remains to be seen. Raid, RBMK, to be seen about Bluff. If Bluff lose to Rejects, it will be fine. It will be potentially 1 round win of the gap away. So well done to RBMK tonight. Amazing performance on Alpenstadt. If I miss anything, nope. I'll be following Rejects versus Bluff. I'm going to end a poll now. 67% of you predicted Bluff to win, but it was not meant to be for them. Let me ask Thomas Peterson the next the predictions for the next round of games. Let's do this. Alright, so let's do the predictions. They were 3 points below Winter Fox, not 4. Yeah, that was mistake. Yes, you now realized. And okay, we now have predictions from Thomas Peterson. Let's take a look. All right. Let's see. Thomas Peterson has made the following predictions: APA, Legion, Rejects, and ARWV to win, and Legion versus Immortals are predicted to be the closest. But given what we know about Legion, I will not be surprised at all if Immortals manage to win against Legion here. But I do agree that APA, Rejects, and ARWV should be able to take it home. Let's say, if it's the case. I'll upload this to my server if you haven't seen it already. And while we still have time, no, I have to save this. I will play some battles. And I haven't played lots of medium tanks, so I will go for medium tanks. So let me pick a medium tank. And I've played TVP a lot of times on stream, so I will not play that tonight. I'm going through the list now. I will first begin with Patton. Let's go. Let's do this.
Time to roll out. damaged them.
Oh.
Penetration.
That's a better trade for me. So I win.
Enemy armor is hit.
Great kill.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Why are tanks not moving backwards?
Enemy armor is hit.
I'm farming already. 2k? You kidding me? Ah! That was a bad shot.
We've damaged them.
Well, maybe I should push. Well, that was an interesting battle, for sure.
We've damaged them.
Well, sorry, Badger. Oh my god. Ah! They got depression. Did not help.
We're immobilized. We've damaged them. Crack hit.
Yeah. Great, thank you. For sharing hit
Enemy armor is
points.
damaged. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Penetration.
Ooh, you missed.
Enemy vehicle destroyed. Enemy
Ow,
hit.
that was not good. Oh, that was a great shot there. Great win, more than 4k. You want me to play in the TVP? Okay, okay, I will. Destroyer, you see. Okay, I will play TVP next if you want me to. Okay, I will do that. Alright, well, actually I'll show you the damage. Great damage. Second class, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I have a mastery badge in the Pitbull, so I'm not going in the M48, so I'm not going to complain about this. I mean, all the battles I played on stream on the EU server have given me really good WNA I checked on Blitz stars. I was not expecting that, but I don't know why I'm playing better on stream, because maybe I feel more pressure to play well, so that I won't be embarrass myself. Or maybe I was just giving good RNG wargaming so that I do not embarrass myself in front of the public. Maybe thank you wargaming for that. I'm just joking. Yeah. I don't believe that wargaming has given me better DPM to give me better performance in random battles. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense in the end, but yeah, I'll play the TVP. And yeah, I'm on a roll with the TVP. I hope this battle is going to be good for me. So oh, okay, this map.
Let's get this show on the road.
Oh, I have overpeaked. I only have overpeaked, but I'm not spotting anyone, so that's a sign that the enemy team might be going for the other way. So in this case, I'm gonna push through. Get into positions to farm. Come on. Oh, that didn't help. Oh no! Wow, what a kill already. 6 TP.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is hit. We've damaged them.
Oop, we lost a tank already. And I hope we don't lose another one, which is a WZ 55. Oh, we got a 60 TP out, so
Enemy armor is damaged.
peekaboo.
We've damaged them. Enemy armor is damaged.
Yeah, we'll take 2 hits.
All
Ah,
rounds.
but at least I put 3 to 50B. Okay, so one of the mediums have gone that way. Alright, I might be trapped.
Penetration. Enemy armor is hit.
Oh, how did I bounce that? I'm dead.
Damaged them. We've lost a track. We're stuck here. Sail out.
Yeah.
This vehicle has had it.
But at least I got the 50B to really low health, so it's not the end of the world. And I still did almost 3k, which is still good. Going back, alright, we can see them playing. Oh, we might win. We might win. I won't rule that out. No, definitely won't rule that out. Oh, I think we could win. I think we could win. But 1-1B is definitely wreaking havoc. And I just have to hope that Gorilla gets those tanks out quickly. Come on. Yes. That's promising. The FE for all 5. Just hope that Gorilla reloads just in time. I think we will win. Great job, team. At least my sacrifice is well worth it. What a win. Thank you. Thank you. And I will get my birthday bonus. Double win for us. Almost 3k, so almost top damage. So I'm happy about this performance. Don't tell me that my game froze. No, my game didn't freeze. Oh, come on. I'm going for the M16 next. We still have around 30 minutes to go, so we could sneak in 2 battles potentially. Let's say. Again, the next battle will be Bluff versus Rejects. If Rejects win, Rejects are through to the Blitz Summer Cup on the EU server. Yeah.
Move out.
No. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so if Rejects win, they will be through. But if Bluff win, then Rejects might not be through yet. But the gap could also be like 3 round wins between the 4th place and 5th place. So potentially Bluff winning could send both Rejects and Bluff through. But we will have to take a look at the tiebreaker too. Oh, I'm getting really aggressive on the northwestern corner. Why am I doing that? I don't know. No one there. No one's there. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not spotting anyone. In before I get shot by a TD sitting right at the back. Appears not to be the case. I'll TD spotted a Sheridan. Oh, there is an AFK. Hello. Okay. Oh, they are now alive. They're looking to run away. Alright. At least I got 3 shots in. Oh, that was lucky. I thought I would miss that. Oh, gorilla shot. Why are there like 2 tanks sitting behind for the enemy team? Luckily, it's not my team, so I can live with that. But it looks really weird to me. It's the first time I see someone play this map like that.
We've damaged them.
Can I?
That
No,
one didn't go through.
it's a ricochet.
Enemy armor is damaged. We've damaged them.
Death Star bounced me. Okay, it's a good damage again.
Enemy armor
Oh,
is hit.
bounced again. Wargaming's RNG is definitely in favor of me. So it's a good. I love a good RNG. Being made for me.
Penetration.
Okay, so we just have to find the last tank, which is a light tank. We'll still have around like 10 minutes to go. So, well, not 10 minutes. Sorry. Can't count. 6 minutes until the room is out. Actually, I'll play another one then. Because I don't want to play like 5 minutes. Where are you? Sheridan, where are you? Oh, you're here. Oh, you're running away. You're running towards me, probably. I'm gonna ram you.
Gotcha.
Sorry for laughing, but yes. What a ram! Oh, nice. Yes. What? First class? Oh, you're kidding me. 5k. Come on, that was a great ram at the end. That alone deserves a mastery. Oh my god. But it's I take that. 5k in an M60. It's not common that I'm doing 5k. I don't know why I'm getting a much better DP, much better RNG than I used to. Streamers RNG, probably. But I'm not complaining. I'll play one more, and then we will jump into the room. This is the last one. And let's hope the picture of Bluff vs Rejects won't end quickly. We want tiebreakers.
Let's go.
I don't think I streamed the tiebreaker, which is Bluff against Immortals. But other than that, I don't think so on the user, but I don't think I streamed another tiebreaker.
We've damaged them.
Alright, there is a TD, which is a Minotauro. Can I actually?
Enemy hit.
Where is? Okay, the TD's on the other side. Okay, so I can pretty much
Enemy armor is hit.
try to out DPM that. object.
Enemy armor is hit.
Alright, so the rest of the team are there. Oh, I took a hit there.
Enemy vehicle is destroyed.
Okay, that's a tank out. There is a TVP. We can support that TVP. I don't think they can 1v1. Oh, someone's joining. Oh, I took a hit. No.
Crack hit. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor destroyed.
Alright, I'm just going to reset my camel for now. And then I can push.
Penetration.
No, we lost a tank. Oh, that was a bounce.
One of
No,
our
I took a
tracks
hit.
is damaged.
We are in trouble, unfortunately. Ah.
We've damaged them.
I'm a one-shot too. I just realized that. But if I stay... No, we lost another tank. No. No, we're gonna lose. Unless that T-57 Heavy has relocated, which it seems so. Let's hope I can do something in this area.
We didn't
No.
penetrate their armor.
That's bad.
Got 'em.
That's one tank out. Hope that T-57 Heavy is not coming on our side. Am I right? Oh my god, I'm getting nervous. Oh, you're here. I found you. Oh! I gotta get my gun down. I couldn't get my gun down. The Calf Panzer. And I tracked them.
Enemy is hit.
No. You can still shoot me, even if I tracked you. There are no rewards for watching this stream, unfortunately. But now I should be getting a room invite. I will go in out. 3k. I've done what I could. It's not a win, but it's good damage. Get the gold. Yes. Now ready up. Well, not in the leopard one, but in the Sheridan. At the same time, I couldn't see Nicolay playing. I'm very sure Nicolay is in Rejects. I might be wrong. Oh no, he's not in Rejects. Oh, I might have remembered wrong. Alright. So Nicolay is playing for UVG this season. Not in Rejects. I was wrong. I apologize. I kind of remember Nicolay is in Rejects, but I might have remembered wrong. Maybe he is in Legion, isn't it? No, definitely I remembered incorrectly. Yeah. So yeah, no Nicolay in Rejects. Alright, so let's say Bluff versus Rejects. We are going to begin on New Bay. And not a lot of time left. I'm going to show you the fixtures that will be held in round 11. So at the same time, we have Raid versus APA. That will be streamed by Nino and Eminet. Fujit will follow Immortals versus Legion. I'll follow Rejects versus Bluff. And there is no English streamer following Aqua versus RBMK. that will be exclusively followed by iShot. He's streaming in Russian. Just going to upload this here. Alright, let's take a look at the lineups from both teams. Bluff will take double VKs, double MLEs, triple Strift Ks. Rejects, on the other hand, will take quintuple Strift Ks, a T100 LT, and an Object 777. There seems to be some substitutions. We have Lavrushka coming now on the subs bench, but they will. I think they still have 3 Strift Ks. I don't know, but Liu Bei favors quite some super heavies. So don't be surprised if you see a couple of BK-72s. There is a lot of flat ground and covered area, which you can really work with using VK's great arbor and side scraping capabilities. At the same time, VK-72 is really good, as it has a lot of hit points. That's just what I wanted to say. But anyway, Bluff, they have double MLEs, double VK, which give them a substantial hit pool lead, with Rejects taking none of these tanks. So it will be Rejects that need to trade a lot better, and they also have the DPM. And let's say Yevgeny will jump into C. No, he's going to be in C. Rejects going quite aggressive. Okay, now get ready for an intense commentary. Anyway, 5 tanks of Rejects already pushing through. But Bluff have not punished Rejects quite yet. But Punisher has taken a couple more hits now. Bluff feel the heat running through the veins. But they are definitely outnumbered on say, so Rejects can definitely get called for focus fire. Bluff are looking for Playmaker in the Object 777, as Bluff are trying to call for focus fire near C, and they need to be really careful. They don't have the hit pool lead. Well, not the numbers on this side, not hit pool lead. They have the hit pool lead. Oh my god, what am I talking about? Now Bluff will go for Winch, as Winch is now quite low in hit points. Skin might put a big game. You should look at this. 1.6k. Yevgeny gets rammed to death. That's brutal. Brutal. And the Rejects. Scorpion is on fire. Gets taken out by Pashta. Skill and takes out Punisher. And Slobina. Good shot onto Classico. And Slobina gets taken out by Water. And Pashta looks to put a good shot onto Bobby Fischer. Bobby Fischer cannot do much but to die in this battle, and Bluff will get one battle win at the beginning. What a game. What a quick game. I think the adrenaline is running really high for adrenaline. The adrenaline is running really high for Rejects. They just go all in right at the start. But but Bluff held on really well, and huge VK-72 row from onto the backside of a Strip K 1.6. I don't know if it's just only that shell, but this is what Olivia Rodrigo says. Brutal AF. I do feel really sorry for that particular tank. He doesn't deserve this treatment, but this is the power of a VK-72. High alpha, and correspondingly that HE shell will be extremely painful. So this is why teams are taking the VK-72 at times. 6 tanks doing more than 2k, and Rejects 3 tanks doing more than 2k. And Rejects need to be really careful. They need to potentially gather a little bit more information with Bluff. It's a really strong start. Good focus fire. They're not going to take a lot of Strift Ks. They're going to work with the terrain of New Bay, because again, very flat, not a lot of undulation, so it will work very well for tanks like Mouse and VK, and Rejects this time will take a little bit more hit points with triple MLEs and Slovenia in the Baja, which will be an interesting call, but let's see if it works for Rejects. So far 1-0 for Bluff. Do I have like a periodic table? No. There we go. Let's see. Let's jump in. Bluff this time will be from the north, and Rejects will be from the south. Water is going to be the only light tank in this battle. The hit points are quite close, and this light tank could become crucial, but again, New Bay not quite a shielded map, so that T100 LT could only work very well in the northeastern corner, and he has not spotted anyone, which gives some information for Bluff that a lot of the tanks of Rejects are near sea. And you can see Rejects, those tanks are ready to farm whoever crosses, so Yevgeny is wary about this. He does not want to cross. Oh, the tanks have been spotted. Punisher, General, spotted. Fired. Skillite takes one, but General also takes one. So this is quite a composed battle, quite unlike the last battle. So where Rejects just go all in, and they realize it did not work for them last battle, so they're going to get a little bit more information to work out where to push. But Bluff will not make it easy, and at the same time, Rejects don't need to push. They do have the cap lead, but Bluff will get A, which will bring Bluff the cap lead. So now this time, Rejects will need to make a push. And now they do make a push. They're going for Yevgeny. Bluff, are they ready for this push? Yeah, base shot onto Winch. And Yevgeny needs help from Bluff. And some of the tanks of Rejects are going to push through because they don't need to send everyone to kill Yevgeny. Yevgeny's now down. General's quite low. Hit points neck and neck. Rimpelsolska running away, showing the backside, and the Pashta will now come in to help the team. Base shots to Bobby Fischer, and then 2 takes 1. Punisher might put a base shot onto Pashta. No, it doesn't hit anywhere, just hit the buildings. And we can see it's now a 7 versus 5. Numerical advantage is with Rejects. So if they can maintain that numerical advantage, that's just going to give them a solid lead. Bobby Fischer is now out, and it's 6 versus 5. Hit points in favor of Rejects. And Bluff are looking for a tank to focus. They're struggling with the focus fire. Rejects will kill Classical, and that brings the numbers to 6 versus 4. Now Rejects are going for Pashta, as Bluff are unable to get the tanks out. Punisher is down to 1 shot, but can Pashta reload quickly enough? No, he does not. Slovenia gets the kill. And Rimpelsol's good shot to General. Maker is quite low. Base shot onto the 2, and it's now a 6 versus 2. Rimpelsolsken is being pushed by 3 tanks of Rejects, and 3 other tanks of Rejects are going for water. He's out. Rimpelsolsken is also out. Well done to Rejects. Great focus fire. Bluff's focus fire is a bit off. It's a bit off, I have to admit. It kind of fell apart when Rejects made a push, and they simply had a significant hit point, gun disadvantage, where it becomes quite difficult for them to win. But the hit points are still quite close, and they didn't quite manage to focus the Rejects tanks, but Rejects kept on focusing fire, and they did isolate tanks of Bluff, and I think this is the main difference here. Rejects focus fire is really good in this battle, and we now look at Rockfield. Scoreline's currently 1-1, and let's see. Destroyer asks why Rejects push like that. It's pretty much their play style. They like to play things aggressively. They want to surprise the teams. But then, as I sometimes say with aggressive strats, it gives you quite a narrow window of flexibility. because once the enemy team knows how you play aggressively, they will just send everyone there, just counter your push, and then usually an aggressive push will put you in less of a favorable position than the defending team, unless the defending team did not have enough tanks there. So this is sometimes why rejects do not play aggressively all the time, because you don't want to be too predictable, just like the last battle. Last battle, I love how rejects play. They did not push right away. They just waited. They find where the isolate tanks of Bluff are. They got that right, and they won. Let's look at Rockfield. Skilllight takes the FE4202. And interesting tank. It has a good hash. He takes no HE shells. And doesn't matter for him because he probably has a lot of credits in this account. And the hash shell has much higher penetration. The damage is the same, so there's no reason for him to take the HE shell. I digress. Rejects will take a lot of tanks over to A. We can see a big brawl happening around A. And Bluff will also send everyone to A. This could descend into Bedlam. A good shot onto Classical. Rejects get a good start. Is this enough for them to win? A lot of the times nowadays, a good start is just enough to give you the win. And Bluff have not been able to put a shot onto Rejects. Rejects this time, they do not push right away. They again wait. They will wait. They're now going to rotate the T110E5s, looking to capture B. And no one from Bluff are near B. So Rejects can get B with impunity. With Skilloid now going the other way. He will find no one on C. And will this be the start of a push of Rejects? And Skilloid will go past C. You don't want to telegraph this information to Rejects. You don't want Rejects to know you have a gun disadvantage. So this is why Skilloid has not got C. And I understand this is his decision. Now with Classical going for A, this will put the stop to the gap from widening. Let's again look at Skilloid. He is still flanking. Tanks of Rejects are still spotted, but sooner or later he will be spotted. Rejects will realize that they have a numerical advantage. Hit points are still neck and neck. Good shot onto, not really a good shot. It was a very low roll onto Scorpion. Now Rejects know there is an FE4202 flanking from behind. Rejects push on. They do not have the hit point pool, so if they push, they will suffer. So what they do instead is they will send the Strip Case to deal with the FE4202. Good shot onto Scorpion Drago. Now Scorpion and Lisa will take care of Skilloid, and it's going to be 6v6 near A. What will Bluff do? Will they now push? They look to push. I think Playmaker might be in deep trouble. Now Ripple Source is coming from the backside of Playmaker. Playmaker takes 2, maybe 3 even water. Oh, down to 659. This is pressure from Bluff. Playmaker is now out. Now a 6-7. Hit points in favor of Rejects. Rejects are forced to defend, but Bluff's focus fire is it's really good. Yevgeny's on fire. Punisher in the ground bucket. The DPM is going to be extremely low. Scorpion is out. It's now a 5-7. Bluff has done a really good job in the hit point push sharing, and Rejects are tremendously struggling. Punisher is trying to run away. He got tracked. He cannot fix the tracks. And he's still waiting for the shell to reload. Now he's trying to run away again, but Latu could put a shot. It's 4 versus 6. Bluff still have the hit point pool advantage. Great shot to General. Classical misses the shot. And now Slobina is getting pushed by Bluff. And Skilloid, good shot onto Slobina. How on earth is Skilloid still alive here? Winch is out. And it's now 2v5. With Latu out. General down. Punisher is the last one standing, and Pasha bounces. And this is surely going to be Bluff's game, bringing the scoreline to 2-1. What a moment. What a push from Bluff. Great push from Bluff. Rejects are unable to focus fire well. And that's not really their fault, to be fair. Bluff, they are in control of that push, and this time they show that they can focus fire really well. They isolated tanks, and rejects are unable to connect with one another. They couldn't quite consolidate, and I think that presents a huge problem. And Bluff just prevented rejects from consolidating, just continued to disconnect rejects. And look at how many tanks Bluff have doing more than 2k. There are 6 tanks doing more than 2k with rejects, 3 tanks doing more than 2k. And there we go. Rockfield 2-1. So rejects. Rockfield 2-1 for Bluff, not rejects. I'm going to change that. Okay, now Bluff have the advantage, and rejects will take double strift case, double 60 TPs, a crown, an MLE, and an object 777. The crown bargain is really good when it comes to defending, but not defending a push. It has the auto reloader mechanic, but once you're forced to fire oil clips, oil shells in your clip, then the DP up the crown bargain will tremendously suffer, especially when we're now having the strift K meta. You would definitely get out DPM by a strift K. And over to Bluff side, we'll see a Badger, a T185 double MLEs, an object 777, and a double strift Ks. I don't speak any Southeast Asian language, unfortunately, Maritha. I'm not Indian. No, I don't think you're talking about me. Anyway. There we go. Rejects this time from the north spawn with Bluff, blue team from the south.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's see where both is going to go here. Bluff, who said, we're spread out actually. 2 tanks over to C and 2 tanks probably to B. Don't know if Yakagani is going to go for B, and 2 tanks going for A. Rejects on the other hand will send 6 tanks over to A and 1 over to C to see if C is going to be captured. It's quite a tongue twister, I know, but I got it in the end. But it could be a goal. Playmaker takes a hit right at the beginning. Rejects can push right away. Maybe not, because the Badger isn't going for B. There are actually 5 tanks near A, 1 tank's near B actually, so it's 4 tanks in the end. Anyway, Water has been spotted. Pashta is sniping from behind in that bush, and Scorpion is trying to get A. And that will give Rejects the cap lead. Oh, there we go. Rejects will have the cap lead, and Bluff will not have the cap lead. And Rejects and tanks they're taking, they will want a cap lead. They have double 60 TPs, a Quran. But they really want that cap lead, so that will force Bluff to push. And they're banking on Bluff to hesitate and not push. At the same time, Slorbina is getting a little bit audacious with getting B. They don't really need B, and they could backfire tremendously if Bluff are able to push shots there. And it seems Slorbina has taken a lot of shots, and so is Water. Big shot onto Rimpelstiltskin, but Rimpelstiltskin dropped the reactive armor. Now Rimpelstiltskin puts a good shot onto Slorbina. Playmaker takes a hit. Hit was still in favor of Bluff, and unfortunately, I think this lineup is not working for Rejects yet. Rejects have lost quite a lot of hit points, and maybe it's a good time for Bluff to push. And they're trying to get A, which means they don't need to push. They're going to get the cap lead back, and Winch misses the shot. And this is going to be tough. Rejects, they can't really push with this. Oh no. Playmaker gets taken out. It's now 6 versus 7. How will Rejects come back from this? Slorbina coming around with Winch to take out Rimpelstiltskin. There we go. Big shot from Winch onto Rimpelstiltskin. Slorbina takes another hit from the strift case of Bluff. Bobby Fischer is coming to save Slorbina, but Slorbina goes down. On the other hand, Bluff makes a call to push. 3v3 push, but Punisher is really low. Rimpelstiltskin's dead. Rejects are in deep trouble. Punisher's ammo rack is damaged, so the DPM is going to be even lower. And Scorpion Drago is down to one shot. Classico takes Scorpion Drago out, and it's now 4 versus 5, 3 versus 5. Winch is out. Punisher is not going to last so long. Water is out of the fight. Punisher is out. 2 versus 4, and we can see General being taken out by 2 MLEs. And Bobby Fischer is probably going to be the last person to stand the skill. Big shot on the General, sets General on fire. But Classical will be the one taking out General, leaving Bobby Fischer the last person standing. Bluff, they will win by caps. And they're unable to kill Bobby Fischer, but that's not going to matter a lot, as Bluff will now be on the match point 3-1. Well done to Bluff. Great job to Bluff. They have done an amazing job in chipping away hit points of Rejects. Rejects are unable to make use of this lineup to gain a hit point advantage. And that allowed Bluff to push without too much trouble. And I think Slobina dropping into B, I think this move is a move that they really don't need to do. They have the cap lead anyway, I think. Yes, they have the cap lead anyway. They really don't need that. They don't really need that. That also facilitates Rejects to do something to save Slobina, so they might have to reconsider. And we're going to Maya Ruins now. This is going to be it's going to be important. If Bluff win this, we could very well see Bluff with 6-round wins. Well, let's see if we have results already. We do not yet. All the games are still happening. And Bluff will take quadruple Strift Case, and MLE 1-1B, and a VK90 with Rejects going for potentially quintuple Strift Case, a VK72, and an Object 777. It's looking very promising for Bluff. They have come back from the defeat against RBMK, and we are seeing new post Strift Case across the board. And Rejects.
Time to roll out.
Are not from the south, they are from the north. And what will we see? What will we see? Rimpelsoskin driving in the 1-1B. Rejects are going to send 5 Strift Case over to C. Rimpelsoskin didn't hit anyone, but will spot a lot of Strift Case, so they know that it could be a big fight over to the C area. Good shot onto Rimpelsoskin by Slobina. Rejects don't want to push through just yet. Winch takes a hit. And at the same time, we're seeing Scorpion Tobago. Big shots onto Skirlord, so this time Rejects have started really well. Is this going to be enough to give them a crucial win? Oh! Rimpelsoskin throwing the backside to Scorpion, big shot there. But Bluff seem to be looking to push, but they're struggling to push. Punisher taking a lot of shots. Slobina coming around. They're looking for Classico, big shots to Classico. Now Rejects are in. No, it's Bluff that is in deep. Big shot from Winch. Oh, Tuletu's out. It's now 7 versus 6. Very quickly, it will be 7 versus 5. And Rejects looking for Pasta. Huge focus fire here from Rejects, and they are now looking for water. The hitbox push area is still really good for Rejects, and Bluff are falling apart. And they can do nothing. Rejects are just brutal in this battle. And you can't really deal with their ferocity. They are all spread apart, and Punisher is out. Now Rejects are going for Yevgeny and some other tanks for Skilloid. It's all over for Bluff. What a quick game. What a great push by Rejects. But Bluff surely didn't see that coming. Immediately we are seeing Rejects winning another battle back. And at the same time, looking at my stream, this battle haven't even started. So it goes on to show how quickly this battle has concluded. It's 3-2 now. At the blink of an eye. 7 tanks doing more than 2k for Rejects. Amazing stat here. Bluff will be shell-shocked about that push from Rejects. I will not be able to react to that immediately. And Bluff, only 2 tanks did more than 2k. So Rejects, great job. Great push, great focus fire. And now this is getting interesting. Bluff, will they get reverse swept? Can they win the next one? And let's say we have results now for other matches. And we still have not. We still have not got a result yet. Rejects will now take sextuple Strift Ks. And Bluff will take quadruple Strift Ks. And that is decuple Strift Ks across the board. Winch will take the T110E5, probably acting as a pivot. He has the reactive armor, so he will soak up a lot of hits when Bluff decide to push. But Bluff will take double MOEs, which will give them a lot of hit points. And let 2 in Optic 777. So in this case, Rejects will need to bleed better than Bluff. What will Bluff do here? A lot for Strift Case. Will this work? It's going to get quite brawly now. And I do feel my throat a bit painful. I hope I don't lose my voice 2 days later. And because I'm following GB, those games are going to be very exhilarating. And I don't know about EU server. Will we see a top 4 already? I don't know. Let's take a look here. Skilloid in the MLE will drive towards C. Rejects on the other hand. Ooh, they will have a lot of tanks driving towards the middle area. Scorpio Drago will link up with them. Bobby Fischer also trying to link up with them. So they're going to stack up near the middle area. We're just going to take the lane between A and B. This is going to be the pivot they want. Oh, Rejects spotted tanks crossing. One shot in fire. Ripple Soulskin takes a lot of shots. Rejects are looking to push onto Ripple Soulskin. I think they are trying to push onto Ripple Soulskin. This is going to be an important push. Bluff, and they're going to rotate their tanks to deal with Ripple Soulskin. To save Ripple Soulskin, I mean. And yes, they're doing that. Rejects cannot push now. They have to hold. But Rejects now have a solid hit point pool lead, and they are now looking for Skilloid. He is tremendously isolated. 2 tanks onto 1. They should be able to deal with that. Bobby Fischer coming around. Good shot onto Yevgeny. But look at Bluff now. Getting bottlenecked. This is huge opportunity. Skilloid is out. And Rejects just need to get a good focus fire. Water's down to 398 hit points, down to 1 shot. And Punisher will take out Water. Punishing Water for his crimes in this battle. Yevgeny is out. It's now 7 versus 4. And Rejects are now looking for Classical Permatract. Scorpion Drago is the one taking out Classical. And it's now a 7 versus 4. Look at the hit point push sharing of Rejects. Amazing stuff. This is more Rejects I really want to say. Great aggressive push from Rejects. And that left Bluff little chance to breathe. Ripple Soulskin is out of the fight. And that led to the last person standing, or left with only 1 shot. And Tankers, we have a tiebreaker. Well done to Rejects. They got another win here. And again, this battle finishes before this game starts on the stream. So once again, it's a really quick battle. Rejects, amazing stuff. Again, 7 tanks to more than 2k. Great hit point pool sharing. The last 2 battles are window quality. Window quality. And they need to keep that up. Bluff, no one has done more than 2k. Again, they were shocked by the quick rhythm of Rejects. They can't quite keep that. Can't quite keep up. And the tiebreaker is going to matter the most for these two teams. If Rejects win, they will be through to the Blitz Summer Cup. If Bluff win, Rejects will still have to play well in the next on the next match day. So let's take a look at Molendyke. Oh. Seven. Sep. 2 post-drift Ks. Bluff going for quadruple strip Ks. That's 10 deck 3 post-drift Ks across the board. Skulo will take the MLE and Partial 1-1B and Water in the TBP. And let's see the results. All the games are still going on, but the last 2 battles have finished quite quickly. But now we do have a result. Raid and RBMK both won. Raid won 4-2 and RBMK won 4-1 against Akbar. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now let's take a look at the table here. Raid and RBMK will now have 4-round wins. So Bluff, if they don't win, they will be just 1 round win ahead. And Rejects may not be safe yet. Rejects may not be safe yet, actually. But let's say we'll have to take a look after this battle. Bluff, blue team from the south spawn, and Rejects red team from the north. We can see Bluff sending most of the tanks over to C, with Rejects sending most of the tanks over to A. Rejects will find no one, while Bluff will also find no one, so this could become will be all about caps, and it will potentially be Water dropping into C and getting a cap lead for Rejects. Rejects have lots of Lobin and Lisa, and they will get a cap lead first. Now everyone for Rejects will jump into A to get the cap lead, and it will be Rejects that gets the cap lead here. And Rainmaker is going to sit in the middle to spot. Bluff will need to rotate, but where will they rotate? And this is the $1 million question. Rejects, they will have Winch pushing through here, and attention has been required in sector 6, I think it's sector 6. And there we go. And Rimplesolson has been spotted. Bluff, where can they rotate? It's going to be difficult, but Rejects are not close to one another. Oh, I think this could work for Bluff. Bluff are now looking for General and Winch. Oh, I think the ball's been dropped. Winch takes a lot of hits. Yevgeny leading the charge, looking for General. And Rejects, how are they going to deal with this? Hit points are in favor of Rejects, and Bluff's push has been stopped. They're waiting for Rimplesolson and Partial to go past. Winch is down to 488, but Bluff's push has been stopped. Now is the time for Rejects to start counter pushing, and the first tank down goes to Winch, and Rejects are now looking for their 2. But Playmaker is out. It's at 5 versus 7. It's looking so far so good for Bluff. Bluff are now looking for Boy Fisher, and Rejects are still finding the target to focus. And Boy Fisher's out. Like 2 is out. Yevgeny gets killed by fire. It's now 4 versus 5. Oh my god, it's going to be really close. Costco is out. 4 versus 4. Bluff have the hit point pool lead. General is killed by a ram. And Rimplesolson is going to be the focus for Rejects with Bluff. Looking for Scorpion Drago. He will not survive for long. And I think Bluff will win this, if they can keep their tanks alive. Slobina, it's down to 1 shot. And Rejects, commiserations here. I don't know if I can call this one. I think we can safely call this a Bluff win. Scorpion Drago is out. Punisher is the last person standing, and Bluff will pick up a crucial point against Rejects coming to tomorrow. They will lead the 5th place by 2 round wins, same as Rejects. huge congratulations to Bluff and Rejects. Huge commiserations. They played so well on my ruins, but Bluff found their mojo back. What a close matchup here, and they totally deserve this win. And Bluff, this time 4 times doing more than 2k, and Rejects 3 times doing more than 2k. Apparently Rejects are better in the brawl, and Bluff are better when it comes to cap-based strategies. In this matchup, huge win for Bluff, a crucial point, and that puts Raid and also RBMK under a lot of pressure for the final 3 fixtures. And now let's take a look at the final scoreboard. And also, let's say Immortals vs Legion, whether the games have finished. And Immortals won 4-2 against Legion. Well done to Immortals. Let's take a look at the leaderboard now. Okay, so Rejects have lost to Bluff. Bluff will have 6 round wins, but Rejects will be ahead of Bluff because they have because Rejects have higher head-to-head battle wins. Rejects and Bluff are not safe in the top 4 yet, and it will boil down to Saturday, as the next couple of fixtures for Rejects will be against ARWV, and then against Immortals, and finally Legion. They should be able to win 2 of them, and that should be enough. That should be enough, in my opinion, to qualify to the top 4. As for Bluff, again, they might just need a win and then they should be able to qualify. And their next couple of fixtures, so let's say Bluff will be up against APA, and then Raid, finally up against ARWV. Bluff have a much more difficult schedule. But if they can win against Raid, that would mean Bluff could seal a top 4 spot. Let's also take a look at what will happen. The most likely scenario that Bluff could be tied with Raid and RBMK. And of course, RBMK won against Bluff. What if Bluff, or RBMK won Bluff twice? So if RBMK and Bluff are tied with the same number of round wins, then RBMK will be ahead of Bluff. How about Raid? If RBMK win against Raid and what about Raid? Oh, Raid lost to Bluff in the first round, in the first stage. So it will depend whether Bluff can win a couple of battles against Raid. But it seems advantage is with Bluff if Bluff and Raid are tied for the same number of round wins. So it will become very crucial for Bluff to win against Raid. But RBMK will have to win pretty much the rest of the fights. And they have a relatively easy schedule. I would say relatively. But they do have a good schedule in the last 3 fixtures, because first they are up against Immortals, and then Legion, and finally Raid. So whoever streams RBMK 2 days after, you're in for a treat. And Bluff will hope to win against APA and also Raid to secure a spot in the top 4. And wow. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a nice evening. I'll see you 2 days after as we follow GV on the Apex server and their journey towards top 4. Thank you all, and goodbye and good night.